Worried about getting pennies on the dollar for your home? Fear not. I will be covering 5 mistakes to avoid when selling your home. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Greg Pierce. I am a local realtor and investor here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And in this video, I'm going to be covering my top 5 mistakes to avoid when selling your home. In the meantime, if you're on this video, there is a good chance you are looking to sell. So feel free to tap the link in this description to get taken to the Calendly link where you can book an appointment at your convenience so you can have a chat with me talking about the best strategies to get the most amount of money for your home in the fastest period. So today, as mentioned, we're going to be diving into the unnecessarily stressful process of selling your home. There are some key things to avoid when selling your home, and that's what I want to cover here today from my experience as a realtor and knowing what happens to properties that aren't marketed well and don't heed the advice of your realtor to make sure that you get top dollar for your home, but also sell in a timely period. So whether you are a seasoned seller or a first timer, this video will help you ensure that you have a smooth selling process. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, mistake number 1 is neglecting curb appeal. Now, this is quite often the first thing that people see when they browse your home online, as quite often it is the profile picture. Consider it the dating app picture that people see, and that is going to make a first impression, and ideally you want it to be a good one. Now, taking it a step further, hopefully these people book a showing, and again, when they pull up next to the property, this is the first thing they're going to be seeing. This is a crucial part of making sure that your home looks and feels its best when it hits the market. Now, depending on the seasonality of when you decide to list your home, that is going to determine what you're able to do for your curb appeal. Obviously, ideally, you are mowing your lawn. You are making sure that your bushes and hedges are trimmed. You have a nice, tidy garden. But if it's in the wintertime, a lot of that stuff is not possible. So you need to think about different strategic ways to make sure that your house has the best curb appeal regardless of the season. Some great ways to make your house stand out is a fresh coat of paint for your front door. Try to choose something that's a unique color that might make your house stand out from the rest on the street, like a bright yellow, even a red or a blue. Second, try updating your house numbers to something that is large and modern. A lot of the older style house numbers are outdated and just don't suit the market anymore. So consider doing something that's simple and cheap, yet highly effective and makes your house numbers pop. And lastly, exterior lighting can make a big difference depending on when your house is being shown. It could be towards the evening time or even early morning. So maybe have some pot lights out the front of your home or even your exterior light just outside your front entryway that can make a big statement. Now, moving on to mistake number 2. This may be the largest mistake you can make, and that is overpricing your home. Now, while it is natural to want to get the most amount of money for your home, there is a strategy that goes into pricing your home, and sometimes pricing it too high is actually going to cause you to get a lower result for your property than if you were to price it a little bit more competitively and get a better overall sale price. Now, obviously, this depends on your market, the seasonality, and what the market conditions are, but make sure that you talk to your real estate agent to get the best advice possible about how you can be strategic with timing the market, how you're going to price your property compared to other homes that are on the market that might be looking for similar buyers. So make sure you heed their advice and get as competitive as possible on the pricing. A bonus tip when it comes to pricing is when you're during the interview process for agents, ideally you're interviewing 2, 3, 4 different agents to get the best agent possible. Make sure to ask for their feedback and the reasons why they're selecting the sale price for your property. A lot of times there are going to be agents that are naturally going to want to tell you what you want to hear, which means telling you that your house is going to sell for more than it likely will. That way they get the listing contract and away they go. So make sure to interview these agents diligently and get appropriate feedback for why they chose that list price. Ideally, you're getting comparable sales statistics that support the price that they're going with. Now, before we move on to mistake number 3, please do me a huge favor and tap that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification icon so that you can be informed anytime I release new content. Mistake number 3, ignoring the necessary repairs for your home. Now, you want to make sure that your house looks and feels its best when it goes to market. There may be things that you have been putting off because it's annoying, or maybe there's half-finished renovations in your home. You need to make sure these are up to speed, fresh coat of paint, anything that needs to be fixed or repaired, make sure to do that ahead of time. Also consider doing some of these simple updates like fixtures or hardware on your cabinetry. These can go a long way and do not need to break the bank, but it's important to remember that buyers can love 95% of your home, yet really hate 5% of your property, and that could be the lasting impression. They walk away from that property not deciding to submit an offer because they didn't like 5% of your home. You are not like everyone else out there. You need to appeal to the masses as much as possible, and that leads me to my next point. Mistake number 4 is being biased towards your own property. Now, obviously, you have lived in, decorated, and potentially even designed your property, so I understand that you may be a little bit biased towards your own property. You've likely chosen paint colors, you've decided how to furnish it, and ultimately, you've taken a lot of pride in that fact. However, you need to be appealing to as many people as possible, and how you view your home may not be how others see your home. Remember, your goal is to sell your property for as much money as possible in as quick of a time as possible. Those are going to require you to be flexible and make sure that you're taking the advice of your stager or your photographer, or ideally your realtor. Now, this last mistake is likely the biggest one of all, and that is not being lazy. Now, before you get offended, let me explain. There is a lot of things that go into getting a house ready for the market, and sometimes that requires a lot of work from the sellers. Between necessary repairs and renovations, updating your home, decluttering, cleaning your property, making sure that you're heeding the advice of your stager, photographer, and realtor, there are a lot of things that go into getting your house ready as possible for the market. You need to ensure your home looks its best for photography. Then you need to make sure that the house stays looking great for all of the showings that are going to happen. However, every minute that you dedicate towards getting your house as ready as possible for the market is going to be more money in your pocket. I cannot stress this enough. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work up front, but you will get that money back and the time back tenfold. So please make sure that you heed the advice of all the professionals that walk you through this process. Now, I do have a bonus mistake to avoid, but again, if you've liked this video and taken some great information away, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Again, if you'd like to book a call talking about how to sell your property in today's market, please find my Calendly link in the description below. I'd be happy to set up an appointment to chat over your strategy. Now for the bonus mistake. Focusing on the realtor commission and not the realtor itself. So these days in my area, total commissions typically range between 4 and 5%. That's split between the listing agent and the buyer's agent. If you look at the average sale price of a home here in the Halifax, Dartmouth area, we're somewhere around the $550,000 marker at the time of this recording. So with that spread of 1%, 4 or 5%, that's $5,500 plus tax. That's the difference between choosing agents at a 5% or a 4% commission. The big thing to consider is what services are being included. Is the 4% agent taking pictures with their cell phone, or are they taking professional photography? Are they including something like a staging consult, or is that something that they would charge to you? My point with all of this is that there's a good chance that the agent that's including a lot of additional services is going to be able to market your home better and get your house prepared for the market so that you're ultimately going to get a higher sale price than the agent that doesn't include those services. And at the end of the day, it's very easy for that agent to get a higher sale price, which is going to put more money in your pocket, regardless of the difference in the commission price. So there you have it, 5 mistakes plus a bonus mistake to avoid when selling your home. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, please give this a thumbs up, tap the subscribe and notification button. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.